Coming up on KREM 2 News at noon, yesterday your Bloomsday brought above average record 2019 temperatures. Today we could be even warmer, and we could by the end of the week even be looking at 80-degree temperatures.
And there is a new measles exposure site today in Washington state. This coming just 1 week after an outbreak in Southwest Washington was officially declared over.
As every father and parent would ever say, you know, your baby is absolutely amazing, but this little thing is absolutely to die for, so I'm just over the moon.
And it's a boy for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. We have the details on the latest royal edition. Thanks so much for being with us here on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Jen York.
Hi everyone, good to see you. I'm Laura Papetti. It is a warm day all across the inland Northwest. Absolutely beautiful outside. We hit 70 degrees this week for the first time this year, but by the end of the week, we could be talking temperatures in the 80s. So on our way up.
Just cranking up the heat this week.
Evan Durrani is tracking everything we need to know weather-wise.
That's right. Good afternoon, guys. We are already seeing at the noon hour now mostly 60s and 70s on the map. These temperatures that we're at right now are already warmer than what we'd expect for our afternoon highs to be, but we've still got about another 5 hours of warming around the Northwest. So take a look at where we are right now. 68 degrees in Spokane, whereas average an afternoon high we'd see of about 64 degrees. So we're already warmer than the average just at the noon hour. Take a look at central Washington. Moses Lake right now at 76 degrees, Othello 72 degrees, Omak 73 degrees. So those temperatures, we're already in the mid 70s, are expected to make their way to about 80 by the afternoon. Moses Lake being one of those spots where we're pretty confident is going to make it to 80 by this afternoon. Now, here's where we see the next 12 hours going in Spokane and the Coeur d'Alene area. We should get up to about 73, maybe 74 degrees in the afternoon. Clouds are going to build overnight, leading to a chance of some overnight showers going into tomorrow morning. You can see how those temperatures drop too. We'll be down to 55 degrees by about 1 a.m. That means that we're making about a 20 to 30 degree drop overnight. Those chances of showers don't hold on for too long. They kind of just linger into the early hours of tomorrow. But really tomorrow only brings a very light chance of maybe a scattered shower or two in the Spokane area. That is because high pressure has been the dominant weather feature over us over the last few days, and it is expected to build over the coming days. Take a look at where our temperatures are headed. There is a good chance that by this upcoming Saturday, Spokane will record its first 80-degree temperature of 2019. The seasonal average, where we normally expect our afternoon high temperatures to be, 64 degrees. So if we make it to 80, that's about a 15-degree above average jump than what we'd normally expect. So coming up, we'll be talking a little bit more about those showers that are going to come through overnight, if there's a threat of them dropping in Spokane or Coeur d'Alene, and where we see those temperatures headed in the 7-day forecast. Back to you guys.
Evan, thank you. Well, there is a warning for travelers today on the west side of the state.
King County Health Department leaders say a traveler who spent time in Seattle has tested positive for the measles, so now certainly causing concern. They say the man traveled through the SeaTac International Airport. Authorities say the 40-year-old man from British Columbia was in Seattle between April 21st and April 28th. He also visited a number of shops in popular Seattle tourist locations. This comes just 1 week after health experts declared measles outbreak in Southwest Washington was over.
Attorney General William Barr could be held in contempt of Congress. The House Judiciary Committee will hold a hearing on Wednesday to discuss what happens next. This is after Barr missed today's deadline to release an unredacted version of the Mueller report. Barr missed an earlier deadline last week and skipped an appearance before the House Judiciary Committee. Now, that committee says it's also working to have Mueller testify sometime next week, but nothing has been finalized.
President Trump is fighting against that. He argues that Mueller should not testify. CBS Tom Hansen has more now on why the president has suddenly changed his mind on this matter.
President Trump has reversed course, now insisting special counsel Robert Mueller should not testify before Congress. On Friday, the president said that he'd leave Mueller's testimony up to his Attorney General William Barr, who was asked about it last week by the Senate Judiciary Committee.
I've already said publicly I have no objection to him.
But yesterday, the president rejected that stance, tweeting, quote, "Bob Mueller should not testify, no redos for the Dems." Earlier in the day, both Democrats and Republicans took to the Sunday morning political shows, saying they're eager to hear from the author of the 448-page investigation.
He's the one that is the central figure here.
On Fox News Sunday, House Judiciary member Democrat David Cicilline said that a tentative date of May 15th has been set for Mueller to testify.
The White House has so far indicated they would not interfere with Mr. Mueller's attempts to testify. We hope that won't change.
Cicilline later clarified on Twitter that, quote, nothing has been agreed to yet. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
Join my family and friends that the country will be in a place without xenophobia, injustice, and lies at the helm of our country. There still remains much to be told, and I look forward to the day that I can share the truth.
Michael Cohen making that statement before reporting to federal prison today in New York. The president's former attorney is serving a 3-year prison sentence for lying to Congress. President Trump's so-called fixer is also guilty of campaign finance violations related to hush money payments made on Trump's behalf. It is 12:06 right now. The royal family is celebrating a new, very tiny addition to the family.
That's right. Prince Harry's wife, Meghan Markle, gave birth this morning to a baby boy.
It's been the most amazing experience I could ever possibly imagine. How any woman does what they do is beyond comprehension, but
He's a smart man.
I know, well
Thanking
done.
the women. All right, the baby weighed 7 pounds, 3 ounces. Prince Harry says mom and baby are doing great, and he says they're still thinking about a name. And it will be a couple of days before Harry and Meghan share their son with the world. The couple broke decades of tradition by keeping the birth of Britain's newest royal private. The couple says they wanted to celebrate as a family first before sharing the baby with the world. He said we might be able to see pictures of the baby in 2 days, 3 days maybe.
All right.
Well, the baby is 7th in line to the throne and Queen Elizabeth's 8th great-grandchild.
You've been on royal watch for days now. This must be a big day for you.
This is a big day. We can all celebrate. This is a reason to, I don't know, pop champagne on a Monday.
Well,
if you feel the need to.
fair enough. And speaking of babies, let's talk about this. Every baby needs a good diaper, or many good diapers, I should say. We are kicking off the KREM 2 diaper drive this week, later this week on Wednesday, and we need folks to help out right away. Each $10 bag provides 1 week's worth of diapers and wipes. The diapers will be distributed to families in need through the Vanessa B. Hand Crisis Nursery. Each year, supporters help us provide nearly 250,000 diapers to keep babies warm, safe, and dry. The bags will go on sale beginning this Wednesday at all area Rosars. And we do want to mention that we're still looking for volunteers to work at some of those Rosars. Volunteers will be asked to hand out flyers and encourage people to donate. If you would like to get involved and volunteer, it's a really quick shift. You can do it with family or friends. We have a sign-up sheet as well as more information on our website at krem.com. It's under the community tab. The KREM 2 diaper drive. We would love to have you get involved. I'll be down there tonight stuffing some bags. We'll be there Wednesday getting ready. We'll be doing a race between Jane McCarthy and Tom Sherry to see who can sell the most. We have lots going on.
Excellent. This is all just ahead of Mother's Day.
That's right. We do it every every year, the same weekend because of Mother's Day. Nobody understands babies needing diapers like moms and dads, so we get it. So anyway, we would love to have you join us at Area Rosars, or I should mention, you can make a donation all month long at any area Washington Trust Bank.
All right, there you have it. 12:08 now, still to come. Graffiti is sprinkled throughout the city, and not everyone loves the work. We are telling you what you should do if you are seeing more of this in your neighborhood.